Hi, this is Classy Traveler, Patricia Chandler Williams, and I am in Matosinhos, Portugal. I'm here visiting with my brother Rick, that you can see as he's coming forward. And I'm going to take you on a walk down the beach in Matosinhos. Okay, here we go. This statue is called the Tragedy of Matosinhos. And what happened here was, I believe in the 1940s, 1947, three ships went out to sea from this area, and 157 men on those ships, they all died or perished. And years later, someone created this statue, the tragedy at sea. And as I walked up on it, they're very large, but what I see is that they're large because their grief was so great. They left 57 wives and they left 157 children as orphans. And so, like I say, you could see and feel the grief of these women from this wonderful statue that you see here. Okay. All right. This is the beach. This is a Tuesday, and even though it's Tuesday, you can still see a lot of people out on the beach, on the water. Here's someone selling his wares for people that want to buy a gift while they're here, walking and enjoying. The beach goes out a good ways, and what we're in front of here is the ocean. Give you a pan around. And again, that's the apartment that my brother and sister-in-law are living in. And they are, as I would say, right across from the beach. And we'll walk on down. You see the people and the seagulls out on the water. The seagulls are enjoying themselves just as much as the tourists and people that live in the area are. Let's see, my brother's on up ahead somewhere. We'll catch up with him in a bit. But I just want to give you a view of the water here. I believe this stretch of walkway goes down over 9 miles. And here are people coming forward, just walking the beach and enjoying. And there are people sitting on the edge there. Everybody's enjoying themselves. There are people from all over the world that are here at Matosinhos Beach. I guess when you speak of it, you say Porto, but Matosinhos is just kind of it runs into Porto. It's just kind of a small area, a few miles from Porto. Or I should say they border. This is where people come to the beach. Matosinhos, Porto. And as you're walking down, what impressed my brother and sister-in-law so much is that in the small area where we are, there are more than 50-something restaurants within just a few proximity blocks from where they are. Right down below their apartment, on either side of their apartment, all of the ground floors are either shops or restaurants or something, places where you can eat and just enjoy. And you can always come over and sit by the beach. My brother said the seagulls are always there. Right now the weather is beginning to get a little bit cooler, but No matter what, somebody's going to go swimming in the water or just go and lay down by the water and enjoy the water. I believe this is Rick coming this way now. Hey Rick, you walking awful fast. But again, there's 9 miles plus of walking the beach and being able to go and just sit down and enjoy what's here. My brother said the other day, here he is, a young man. He's, I think, if I'm 79, he must be 74. And he said, here he is, a young man from Fresno, California, who he felt was just thought of as nothing. And God has blessed him continuously throughout his life. And we all believe that our blessing came from the wonderful mother and father that raised us. And Rick says here he is at 74, retired, and he's relocated and he's living now in Matosinhos, Portugal, living in a beautiful upscale apartment right across the street from the ocean. He said, who would have thought it? Who would have thought that a young black boy from Fresno, California would end up here, living right across the street from the ocean in a place called Matosinhos, Portugal. He and his wife, every day, they come out, they walk the beach, they eat at one of the numerous restaurants. They have certain ones that are favorites that they love, that they go back to, but there's so many that they're always able to try out a new one here or a new one there. Just take a look. I can go and sit down anywhere and relax. I can walk until I get tired. I can go to one of the restaurants across the street, have a glass of wine, and have a seat and just relax and rest a bit. This is a wonderful life to live. My husband Gregory and I are here on vacation. Well, let me tell you about my vacation. I'm 79 years old. Travel is something that I love and I have always loved. I believe my mom, Billy Chandler, instilled travel in me and all of her children. She told me when I was about, or all of us, but I was about the age of 7 or 8. And she said, when you all grow up, at that time she had 5 children. She said, when you grow up, I want you to move away from me so that I will have somewhere to go and visit. And so my sister, Sunday, the baby sister, she came along. She moved to Florida. My brothers lived in the Los Angeles area or suburbs thereof. My sister Barbara moved to San Francisco and then to the area of Denver, Colorado. And then I felt blessed. I met someone that was in the military, and we moved first to Texas, and then we moved to Madrid, Spain. There goes Rick. We stayed in Spain 5 years, and after Spain, I wasn't ready to go back to the States. So my husband put in for England. And we moved to England and stayed 4 years. And then we went back to San Antonio, Texas, stayed for 2 years, and lo and behold, we got another assignment in England, and we came back to England to live for another 3 years. So I was in heaven, being able to live in a foreign country, able to travel the European area, and just enjoy life. I remember when I was about, I think maybe 8 or 9, the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth, they had her coronation. Her father passed away and she became the new Queen of England. And I sat and watched her coronation on TV. At that time, the TVs had first come out, and we were watching our first TV, watching her coronation. And I looked at that and I said, I want to go to England one day. And then I thought about it, and I said, I know I'll never be able to go because I'm black and I'm this and I'm that. And, you know, black people don't get to travel and do things that other people get to do. But I always kept that thought that I want to go. I want to travel and see the world. And my mom always told me, she said, if you put it out there, she said, God will bring it back to you. And that's exactly what he did. Like I say, I met someone in the military, and where did we live? We moved across the world, lived in Spain and England for 13 years. My oldest daughter, Anissa, was born in San Antonio, Texas, our first assignment. And my second daughter, Nichelle Renee, was born in Spain. And she had dual citizenship, which we were very proud of. You can look back at the port now. Cruise ships come in on a regular basis, and we can see them from the window of the apartment. We're just walking, letting you get a view of what's near us. The first night here, we went to Tramel's restaurant. And there were some wonderful young men. Very friendly, very nice. And the one asked us, he said, where are you from? And, you know, we said, California. And he said, no, where are you originally from? And then we stopped and thought for a minute. We say, well, originally, our ancestry started in Nigeria. He said, oh, that's what I wanted to know. And we thought, we've never had that question asked of us before. But it was nice hearing that question being asked. All right, we're continuing on our journey. My daughter Michelle, the one that I said was born in Madrid and had dual citizenship, I think until she was about 12 or 13. And that was the time of when 9/11 happened and the planes crashed into the buildings, the Twin Towers in New York. And if you were military at that time, all of those who had dual citizenship in other parts of other countries in the world, their paperwork was called in and they had to choose, did they want to be a citizen of the U.S. or of the other country? And my husband at the time, Curtis, he chose for our daughter Michelle and said, you know, she wanted to be an American citizen. And I still hate that she does not have dual citizenship, because there are people that still have it. And I thought, wow, that would have been wonderful. She could have moved to Spain, purchased property, and lived anywhere. Here's Rick again doing his power walk. Say hi to Rick. Again, look at all the seagulls. Look at the people. These people are enjoying themselves. Some are retired. Some are here on vacation, just visiting. And some are like my brother Rick and his wife Gail. They're here, retired, living in Portugal, and just enjoying life the way we believe God wanted us to do, or be able to do. Enjoy the beauty of the world that He created. Again, spin around. We went to a restaurant last night. Can't think of the name right now. Chucharios, I believe that was it. And they were famous for their chicken dish, along with their vegetables and this wonderful sausage that we had to eat. And there were 4 of us. And when we got the bill at the end of the night, it cost us 71 euros for 4 of us to have a wonderful meal. We had the chicken, we had this special pork, we had the sausages, we had a mixture of spinach and cabbage and rice. And 71 euros. Then I think about when I was, let me go back on my vacation. We started out in Barcelona, Spain. We stayed at a wonderful hotel on the La Rambla. It was called the Royal Ramblas. And the Ramblas is a wonderful area in Barcelona. It's like a walking street, just like this area here along the beach. And in the evenings, you have literally thousands of people walking up and down this beach area, or walking up and down the La Ramblas. There are shops, there are restaurants, they're going back and forth from one to the other, eating and walking and talking and sitting and people watching. And it's just a beautiful and peaceful way of life. And it's wonderful to visit and to enjoy. We're at the end of one stretch of our beach walk. But we're going to continue on down. There's some people coming towards me. They look to be African American, but maybe not. Hello. And they didn't speak, which is typical. It seems funny to me that, you know, all the years that I spent living in Europe, not seeing myself, and then I see somebody like me, and I get this wonderful, excited feeling inside of my body, and I think, oh, there's somebody like me, and I can't wait to get close enough to them to speak to them. And as they get close to me, instead of smiling and being happy to see themselves, they look the other way, or just don't look at all. And I think it used to really upset me, but that's how I'll say our people do. And I would say to myself, well, you're just here visiting. I'm the one that's living over here. But it hasn't changed. I moved to Europe in 1971, and it was that way when I saw one African American or two. They would turn the other way instead of smiling and being happy to see me like I was to see them. And here it is 30, 40, 50 years later, and it hasn't changed. So you never know whether you should speak or whether you should just pass on by. And we left Barcelona and we went to Madrid. Madrid is where I lived and I loved. And I feel to this day that Madrid, Spain is still the most beautiful city in the world. And we got to spend 3 nights in Madrid. And people always hear about roast suckling pig and roast leg of lamb. Well, I'm sure I ate it when I lived here all those years ago, back in the 70s. And there was one restaurant called Bottines. It was made famous by Ernest Hemingway, I guess in the 20s. And now it is considered the oldest restaurant in the whole wide world. It's been around for over 300 years. And I said, well, I want to go to Bottines and have roast suckling pig. And I was telling my husband about it. But then he became ill not long before our trip. So I didn't go ahead and book for us to go to Bottines to eat. I waited until we got here, and I figured, oh, we can just go. But in checking, it said they were booked up through the middle of October. And that the middle would have been the time I was leaving Europe, going back home. Isn't that beautiful out there? You hear the waves and the water coming in and going out. Just absolutely beautiful. And people enjoying themselves. Just take a look around. Just take a look around. But while we were in Madrid, again, we took the hop-on, hop-off bus tour of Madrid. And when we chose to get off the bus, it was right near the pier, I believe. And we saw this young man, African-American, and he was going into the same restaurant that we were going into. And he looked at my husband, and he smiled, and my husband smiled, and they spoke. And the first thing out of his mouth was, he said, it's nice to see yourself and somebody smile and speak to you. And he let me know he had experienced the same thing that I had experienced over the 30, 40, 50 years. That when you see an African American in another country, instead of them smiling, or a black person in another country, instead of them smiling and being happy to see themselves, I guess they think they're better than you. And they don't speak. So it made him feel good to see us. And we smiled and spoke back to him. And his daughter, who had been here living and going to school in the southern part of Spain, she told him that that's how it is. During the years that she was living there and going to school, she said when she'd see a black person, they would turn their heads and look the other way. And I hate that for us. But I'm used to it now. Traveling the world and seeing other cultures and how they live, for me, it's just it's a wonderful thing. And I truly love it. And my children are the same. My daughter, Dr. Lisa Jones, she loves to travel. And her children, she has 3. My granddaughter, Nevaeh Jones, who will be turning 14 on the 25th of October this year. Today is, I believe, October the 4th, the 3rd. And her first trip abroad was when she was 3 years old. My youngest daughter, the one I said was born in Spain, she had lived in in Louisiana, and then to Atlanta, Georgia. And she was working at a private school. And they had these beautiful posters on the wall of places around the world to see and visit. And she would call me and she'd say, Mom, she said, the school that I'm at, she said, it's a new school, it's beautiful. And they have all of these large posters on the wall that show you major cities in different parts of the world. And she said, I look at that, and she said, I think to myself, I know I'm supposed to be living in one of those places. And one day, lo and behold, a friend of hers said, have you ever thought about living in a foreign country and working? And she said, where, when, how? And the girl said that this particular company was having, taking applications for teachers. And you could go anywhere in the world. And her friend chose the country of the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. The city was Dubai or Abu Dhabi. And she called me and she said, Mom, she said, I got hired and my friend and I are going to Dubai to live and teach. And I thought, oh my goodness, that's wonderful. Where's Dubai? I had never heard of it at that time. And that was in 2000 and I believe 11. There's my brother Rick again. Say hi. And I would have to get the map out or the globe. And I said, well, where is Dubai? She said, well, she said, if you look at a map or a globe, she said Dubai is a little country below Saudi Arabia. And look, now this is a nice place. Lots of restaurants. It's called Deal Warpus Premium. But anyway, there are restaurants outside here where you can stop, have a bite to eat, a snack, a drink, and just relax for a bit. Hey, Rick. I'm making my way, telling my story about
There's a fort over there.
Oh, okay. There's a fort there. Oh, okay.
And if you go straight ahead,
Uh-huh.
you can go over to the fort, or you can go to the left, and there's a park over there that just goes on and on and on.
So that's where the beach continues on
And
down?
what you do is you go towards the fort.
Okay.
That's where the beach continues.
Oh, and it continues. Okay.
It just continues on, and you'll find, as you go further, you'll find restaurants on the beach where you can stop and have a drink or a hamburger.
Okay.
And that kind of stuff.
I'm going to just walk on then.
All right, so you would go down
This
here,
way and then go to the left,
swing
to the
over
right.
towards the fort.
Okay.
And stay, you know where the ocean is, just
Yeah.
stay on that path along there.
Okay.
And it'll just continue on.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
Adios.
Okay.
I'll see you when you get back.
All right. I'll see you when I get back to your place. That's I say baby brother Rick. I'm 5 years older than him. But I love him to death. And he's such a wonderful person. This is the fort that he's telling me about. We might be able to walk up to it. Again, these are the restaurants that are, some of the restaurants that are on the beach that I can stop at and have a snack or a drink. See, no matter what time of day or night, there are people out enjoying themselves, just enjoying life. Think about it, to be able to live anywhere, retired, have enough money coming in so that you can live, eat, and travel wherever you want to go and whenever you want to go. And I'm so happy and proud of my brother and Rick and his wife Gail and the life that they've had and the one that they've chose to live. I have an older brother, Will, and his wife Barbara. They were the first ones that said, oh, I think I want to live in a foreign country. And they haven't made it here yet, but they may still come. Now for me, living in Spain and England, That was a time when, and even now, I could live in any country, anywhere in the world, and enjoy it. Matosinhos is, I believe, a part of Porto. Maybe it's just a suburb of Porto. So we're going to walk a little bit farther. There's this bridge that's going across. I'm going to loop around this way. It's a muscle-bound young man riding on his bike. Okay. I can't get lost because I know they live right across the street from the ocean. And as long as I stay close enough and I can see the ocean, then I'm okay. Just take a look at people on the bridge walking. I guess it doesn't matter where you go. There's someone with their graffiti art, as you can see in the distance over there. Our ocean is still there, so you can see it. There's our graffiti. Getting closer to it, so you'll really be able to see it. But that was in 2011 when my daughter Michelle took a job in a foreign country called Dubai, is what we were calling it. Later I found out that the country itself is called the UAE, or the United Arab Emirates. Again, there's been a place for me to sit at any time and just relax. Let me show you the graffiti on the wall over here. There it is. So I'm going around again. We've come quite a distance, but we haven't gone anywhere near the 9 miles plus that the beach walk goes. This looks like a hotel or something that's abandoned now. It says Casa da Praia. Evidently it was a nice restaurant or hotel of some sort. It's no longer being used or headed over towards the fort now. And look, there's even a playground area out there. Rick says that there are a lot more places down the beach that you can stop and eat at and have a drink. But we're coming up on the fort. It's there in the distance, as you can see. If I could get my husband, who enjoys travel, to move overseas, I would love it. And Matosinhos, Porto, Lisbon, Spain, of course. I would love to move to one of those places to live. There's your tour bus up there. I'm going to walk towards the fort. We'll see where, this is the play area. Kids or grown-ups or whoever. Parque Desportivo Castelo do Coelho. All right. And it says Porto, but this is Matosinhos, Porto. I guess that's how you could say it. People out there walking towards me. Nice park area. If you've got kids, I don't have any over here with me. I got grandkids at home, but we're making our way to the fort of Matosinhos. Even here, there are some seats that you can sit on, made of stone. I think that's more artwork than seats. There's some people up there. Let's take a look at our fort. This fort, I guess, overlooked the pier port of Matosinhos or Porto, whatever you want to call it. Walk around to the back of it and we'll see what's there. I don't know how long I've been out here walking and talking, but thank you for walking with me. Oh, look at the water. Beautiful white waves rushing in. Oh, Rick caught up with me. I thought he'd gone home.
Can you go into the fort?
Huh? Oh, to go in, you go this way?
Yeah, you have to go up around and go across.
Oh, well, no, I won't go in. I thought you could go in through the back. I thought you could. Were you going to go? Have you ever been?
Many times. I got to use the restroom. Oh. So I'm going to go in there.
Oh, okay. Well,
then there is a restaurant. Do you have any money?
Yeah, I brought something.
Good. So if we go down the beach, we could have lunch.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. I thought you were going back to the...
I was, but I thought I might as well at least take you in.
Oh, okay.
Since we may not come back.
Back this way.
But while you're here...
Well, I know Gregory won't.
Right. So it'll be us and Gail.
Oh, okay.
And it costs 50 cents each to get in here. Do you have any euros on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've learned that American money isn't worth anything anywhere. So you have to have some euros, and I've got coins, 50 euro coins. 50 what? Centavos or whatever you call them.
This place is just free.
Uh-huh.
It's an exercise.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
Where you could just come over and do exercises.
Yeah. And it's not for kids, it's grown-ups.
For grown-ups, and they keep it well maintained.
Yeah.
You know, I brought, when you get up here, because we brought a Nissan.
A what?
We brought a Nissan Navea.
Oh, okay, you all came over.
Right, and it's a nice place. If you're here, you need to go check it out.
Oh, okay.
Also, like over there where the people are sitting.
Yeah.
If you just wanted to chill.
Just go sit and
chill. You just go over there and sit down and just
listen to the ocean.
The ocean.
Maybe
Fort here also has a You can buy beer in here and that kind of stuff.
Oh, really? Oh.
But they have this shop here where this guy makes these things out of forks.
Forks?
Right. I got 2 of them already.
Oh, well, I'll have to get
They're just fascinating.
I'll have to give me a couple of them. Well, no, that's something typical.
I got a motorcycle
Uh-huh.
that he made out of forks, and I also have this cellist guy playing a cello
Out of forks.
out of forks. It's incredible.
Oh, that's a neat thing.
Might as well. You're here.
Yeah. No, I thought you went in around the back, so that's why I was walking that
If you go around
direction.
the back, then you could scoop up and head around the ocean.
Oh,
Down the
okay.
ocean. Now, this place is a little bit further, but since you got money, you can get a hamburger, a pretty good one.
Take a look. Fort of Sao Francisco Xavier. All right. Here we go. The fort, designed by Miguel Iehole, was built in 1661. It was occupied by the Absolutists in 1832, badly damaged by the Liberals' batteries. It was abandoned for many years before it became the headquarters of the Porto Naval Brigade's first company. It was handed over to the Northern Commandos Association in 1975. So think of that, it's been there since 1661. Wonderful.
So, that's your step.
Okay, we're headed into the fort. I talked about seeing myself in Europe, and I get this good feeling and think, oh, there's somebody I can speak to that's just like me, and they ignore me and walk on past. And I had that experience just a little while ago.
Yeah. Black folks.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
they totally ignored. That's been my experience ever since I showed up.
We're walking into the fort now.
There. 50 cents each?
Yeah. You hold my camera?
Thank you.
So I'm going to give you this. I'm going to run to the restroom.
Okay. All right. It says Comando Matosinhos. This is a bar here at the fort where you can sit and have something to drink. And then there's a museum there. Very good. There's the WC, call it the water closet, or the restroom. Got somebody coming into the fort. I'm going to sit here and wait for my brother Rick to come out. Look at the commandos there. There's a person there. A ramp coming down. We're going in the museum as soon as Rick comes back. There he is. Okay. Okay. We're now going into the museum.
50 cents for a donation on $100.
This is the fort. Let's give you a spin around here. Association of Commandos. Let's just take a look. These are bullets, casings. Oh, look at that. Can't see how old it is. It's too low down for me to bend over. The plates with the shields of armor.
You need to sign in, Trish.
The flags. Okay. Look at the old guns. All right, we're going to sign our name to say we were here. Just anywhere, huh?
Yes.
Okay, today is 03 10 23 Patricia C. Williams. There's my signature. Okay. There's a uniform from back in the day. Let's see what this is. Cap, belts, medals. There. Association of Commanders.
Maybe it is.
Okay. Let's take a look at these guys again. Just take a look at that. Let me go this way. Whoops, excuse me, Rick. So you can see the guys. Okay. All right. This was our tour of the museum.
Now we're going to walk up and have to go up some stairs.
Okay. Excuse me.
We actually, I decided to come.
Oh, here? Oh, okay. I'm going to pull I'm walking up the steps of the fort. There's a picture here that someone drew. Cable car. Train. Inside there, the restaurant. Oh, look at the cannon. Let me see you, Rick. At the cannon. You're about to shoot it out into the ocean. There we go. Okay, good deal.
Something, isn't it?
It is. Look at, oh, all of these. This is where men stood to defend their homes. Look at that. Every vantage point. All right. Okay. All right. I think I'll have to catch you later. I'm going to rest now. Hope you had a good tour with me.
Ocean's incredible.
All right, now let's just listen to the ocean for a bit. Listen to the waves coming in. That's something to sleep by. Look at the waves, the water rushing in. I think when I was living in Spain in 1971, we went to a place called Benidorm, Spain, to the beach. And, you know, I've never been a swimmer. But I like to, you know, just walk in the water. And we went to Benidorm. We had a company to come in. And I wrote home, called home, and said I swam in the Mediterranean. This is the ocean, Rick? This is the ocean?
Yes, the Atlantic.
This is the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, I'm not going to write home and say I swam in the Atlantic, but I want you to really look at it. Just listen to it. I love Europe and the way of life that people live People are so hungry for the almighty dollar that they don't have time or they don't know how to sit and relax and just enjoy life. This to me is enjoyment. Okay. Just listen to the waves coming in. All right. I'll talk to you again soon. This is Patricia, Classy Traveler. Have a great rest of your day.